almost $2 billion in questionable spending on projects, some of which will go unoccupied, and one that even poses a health and safety hazard. In one instance, this country spent $34 million on an installation that we never used and never will use. So how does this happen, and what can be done to fix it? Jane Welch is joining us now exclusively with the Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction, John Sopko. Thanks for joining us, sir. Jane.
Maria, thank you. Inspector General, thanks for joining us. I really don't know where to begin here. You have found so many things. What is the most egregious example of waste you believe you have uncovered so far in Afghanistan?
You know, to answer that question, I'll answer in two parts. I think the most egregious was the recent purchase of almost $1 billion worth of Russian helicopters and airplanes from for the Afghan counter-narcotics program. The Afghans aren't capable of handling the equipment they have now, but the Pentagon rushed in to buy new equipment. We told them, wait till the Afghans can handle the equipment they have now. Otherwise, that equipment's just going to sit on a tarmac and rush. And then the second, although the amount wasn't as bad, the second most egregious event we uncovered had to do with the culvert denial system. These are steel plates and steel mesh put under culverts on the highways. They were to prevent IEDs from being placed where our troops were traveling on the highways. And we found bad management led to the death of American and Afghan and coalition forces. So that's another horrible example of fraud or waste.
Yeah, let's just put aside the fact that we're buying Russian helicopters for Afghans, but the Pentagon says it's the only helicopters they know how to fly, but as you say, they can't find pilots. How does something like this happen? How does a $34 million building that we said 3 years ago apparently we didn't want continue to be built? How does this happen when we're trying to cut back here at home?
Well, we're trying to find that out. We just opened up the investigation on that. But a number of people told me, including a couple generals out in Afghanistan on my last trip, that this is indicative of what happens with military procurement and military construction. If you procure it, if you appropriate the money, we will spend it. And there seems to be a mad rush to spend the money, whether we need it, whether we can even use it. So we're trying to find out who's responsible.
Meantime, as we furlough people at home. But finally, Inspector General, it seems a little late for this. I mean, it's 2013. We've been in Afghanistan for 12 years. Why are we learning about this now?
Well, I've only been in office for a year, so we're finding about it now. But it's not too late, because there's $20 billion in the pipeline right now that's been appropriated, authorized, but not spent. And we need to spend that money wisely. Secondly, even though our troops are leaving at the end of 2014, the reconstruction will continue. We actually are seeing an increase in the budget request for reconstruction. So it's important for us to keep looking, keep pointing out what the problems are, and improve how we spend that money.
Special Inspector General John Sopko, thank you for joining us. Maria, back to you.
All right, thanks so much.